Hi, I'm Rich with Inside HPC, and we're here at SC11 at the ScaleMP booth. I'm here with Shai Fultheim, the CEO and founder of the company.
Hi, Rich.
How you doing? Well, you know, we're wrapping up SC11 here. It's been a long week. What were you guys showing this week, Shai?
So this week we were focused around the SMP Foundation 4.0, which we just launched, with enhanced hardware support for Intel Sandy Bridge, for AMD Interlagos, support for 8-socket machines. FDR is coming around the corner. We have a couple of customers that started to install FDR. And on the software side, some significant features, mainly focusing on the parallel I/O side, and for customers that runs MPI applications over VSMP, we improved the MPI performance by a lot. We had 3 demos here on the floor with the IBM and HP, strong ScaleMP partners, as well as with AMD booth, showing the largest AMD virtual systems with a terabyte memory and 256 cores.
So I wanted to ask you about, you know, your customer base. You know, remember we talked a while back on a podcast, and you were getting a lot of repeat business. You know, the people that tried the software, bought it, but they coming back for multiple iterations. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that's the case? What are they finding in value there?
I think the reason why we see such a high rate of repeat customers with ScaleMP is the fact that our product allows customers to do pay as you grow. You don't have to buy today the SMP that you need 3 years from now, because in the middle you'll have a forklift upgrade like some of the players in the domain force you to do. You can start with the SMP you need today. And even if you're planning to grow just 2 quarters out, you can wait to the 2 quarters out and buy the hardware then. You know, when you buy, if you look at memory, price goes down by the day. So if you need today a machine that will have only 64 cores and half a terabyte of memory, and you know you're going to grow next year, don't buy the next year. Buy what you need now and then buy after. So what you see is that people basically componentize or slice their SMP machine acquisition over a longer period. And from our perspective, what it means is that you start small and you grow, and when you grow, that affects the repeat customer.
So Shai, I wanted to ask you, you know, I like things in threes, and you guys got basically 3 flavors of the foundation product, right? For cluster, for SMP, and for cloud. What's the difference?
So in fact, we have a single product that allows customers to virtualize multiple systems into one. But there are 3 flavors of customers. There are the customers that are looking to run HPC workloads, ANSYS, Abacus, off-the-shelf, I call it HPC productivity tools. But clusters are difficult. You know, the typical enterprise IT that runs beautifully VMware and Microsoft Exchange and SQL servers, when it gets to run an SMP infrastructure with 16 machines and Lustre and distributed storage and job scheduler, that's too difficult for them. The skill set's not always there. So VSMP Foundation for Cluster allows these customers to virtualize the problems away, take the infrastructure, make it one, run single operating system. On top of that, they will run their MPI application, but from management perspective, it's really easy. It's just managing one system, large system, but one. VSMP Foundation for SMP, that's going to call it the flag solution. That's where we built our reputation on. Mm-hmm. A customer that's looking for the biggest machines driven by application demand, large memory, high core count. We provide today the only alternative for the only company that still sells these traditional large-scale systems. And we have customers that grow with that all the way to hundreds of cores, multiple terabytes of memory, 10, 20 terabytes of memory. Basically, SMP replacement at reduced cost using the most recent processors, Interlagos, Sandy Bridge, at a price that you can fit into small pocket, not into something that you need to bring yourself a truck with cash. VSMP Foundation for Cloud targets customers that are looking for large-scale clusters, 200 nodes, 400 nodes and above. And what we figure out as a result of a survey is that every customer that buys $1 million HPC infrastructure, 200 nodes and above, has 20% demand for shared memory and large memory workloads. The demand might be hidden. Sometimes the scientists do not know that they can get large memory, shared memory capabilities. They know that they're going to hit a wall, so they take a detour, try to go a different direction. But what we offer to customers that buy large clusters is to buy floating licenses to create SMPs on 20% of the node you buy. It can be one SMP, multiple SMPs, and on demand as you grow. And we price it in a way that you need to put 5 to 10% of your budget into the capability of having on-demand SMP. And by that way, your cluster now can fulfill not just 80% of what customer wants, but 100%. So with a small investment of 5 to 10% of the budget, you now can fulfill 25% more demand of your customer, having single infrastructure that do both distributed and shared memory on demand. One VM, two VM, multiple VMs, tied to a job scheduler, tied to different groups. Unified infrastructure, we call it cloud. Some people call it grid.